The delay of the Pixel 9 and might have come at the perfect time for Apple's iPhone 16e. Just when it seemed like Google had its smartphone strategy under control, an unexpected issue surfaced. The company announced the Pixel 9a before it was fully ready, and now the launch is on hold. While it is unclear how this will impact sales, one thing is certain: Apple might be the biggest winner here. First impressions matter, especially in the smartphone market. It is not unusual for new phones to have minor issues at launch, but Google's decision to delay the Pixel 9a due to a component quality issue suggests that the problem might be more serious than expected. Recent reports hint at potential overheating, which could make buyers second-guess their decision. Even if the overheating claims turn out to be exaggerated, the damage to the Pixel 9a's reputation might already be done. When consumers hear about potential problems before a phone is even released, they often hesitate. This uncertainty could push some potential buyers toward other options, like the iPhone 16e. The market for premium mid-range smartphones is not very crowded, especially in the United States. The Pixel A series has always been a solid option in this segment, and many people prefer to stick with the same operating system rather than switch between Android and iOS. However, if buyers start to believe that the Pixel 9a has serious issues, they might become more open to the idea of moving to Apple's ecosystem. The iPhone 16e, while not the most exciting device, could benefit from Google's misstep. Apple's iPhone 16e is an interesting product. It shares many features with the standard iPhone 16, but certain compromises, such as a single rear camera, a 60Hz display, and a $599 price tag, make it less appealing compared to similarly priced Android phones. Despite these drawbacks, it has been performing better than the discontinued iPhone SE. However, early reports suggest that many Apple users are unimpressed, with the high price being a major concern. For those who are not tied to either iOS or Android, the Pixel 9a initially seemed like a much better deal than the iPhone 16e. It offers a fresh design, a dual camera setup, a flagship processor, and a large battery, all for $499, which is $100 cheaper than the iPhone 16e. But now, with questions surrounding its reliability, some buyers might decide that paying an extra $100 for an iPhone is worth it. If the Pixel 9a does have overheating issues, it could affect its long-term durability. No one wants to invest in a phone that might not last through its full support cycle. Google's credibility has also taken a hit recently. Just a few weeks ago, it was revealed that the Pixel 4's overheating battery led to a software update that reduced its battery life. This raises concerns about whether Google's budget-friendly phones are a reliable choice in the long run. If customers start to see Google as an unreliable option when it comes to affordable smartphones, Apple stands to benefit greatly. The delay of the Pixel 9a could lead more people to consider the iPhone 16e as an alternative. Even though it may not be the perfect choice, it is a safe bet compared to a phone with potential overheating issues. What do you think? Would you consider switching to the iPhone 16e over the Pixel 9a? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more updates. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Rumors about the Galaxy S26 Ultra are already making waves, even though the Galaxy S25 series just launched in January. Samsung's next big flagship isn't expected until next year, but leaks suggest some major changes. Some exciting, others more controversial. One of the biggest rumors is that the Galaxy S26 Ultra may drop one of its rear cameras, reducing the total from 4 to 3. While this might seem like a downgrade, it could be part of a bigger strategy. The prototype being tested reportedly features a 200-megapixel main sensor, a 50-megapixel ultra-wide, and a 200-megapixel 4x optical zoom camera. The missing lens might not be a huge loss if another leak is true. Samsung could be bringing back variable aperture on the main sensor. This would allow the camera to adjust to different lighting conditions without needing an extra telephoto lens. On the bright side, Samsung may finally be giving its Ultra model a much-needed battery boost. Reports suggest that the Galaxy S26 Ultra could feature a stacked 5,500 mAh battery, an increase from the 5,000 mAh limit seen in previous models. This would be a big step in helping Samsung compete with brands like Vivo, OnePlus, Oppo, and Honor, which have already pushed battery sizes beyond 6,000 mAh in their flagship phones. A bigger battery could make a real difference, especially since battery life has been one of the few areas where Samsung lags behind some of its Chinese competitors. With other brands adopting newer battery technologies like silicon carbon cells, it makes sense for Samsung to explore ways to improve battery performance. The company has been experimenting with stacked battery technology, which allows for higher capacity without increasing the phone's size. If Samsung can pull this off, the Galaxy S26 Ultra could offer significantly better endurance, making it more competitive in the premium smartphone market. Another interesting detail is the possible return of Bluetooth support for the S Pen. Samsung removed this feature from the Galaxy S25 Ultra, leaving many fans disappointed. Now, some leaks suggest that the S Pen in the Galaxy S26 Ultra prototype has Bluetooth functionality again. However, it's still early and plans could change before the final release. While this would be a welcome comeback for those who use the S Pen's remote features, it's best to stay cautious until more reliable sources confirm the information. With all these rumored changes, the Galaxy S26 Ultra is shaping up to be an exciting upgrade. The potential improvements in battery life and camera technology could make it a strong contender in the flagship market. However, the decision to remove a rear camera might be controversial, depending on how well Samsung can optimize the remaining sensors. If the variable aperture feature works as expected, it could make up for the missing lens. As always, these leaks should be taken with some skepticism. Samsung is likely still testing different prototypes, and the final version of the Galaxy S26 Ultra could be different from what is being reported now. It will be interesting to see how Samsung balances innovation with practicality and whether these rumored upgrades make it to the final product. What do you think about these possible changes? Would a bigger battery and improved camera system make up for losing a rear lens? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Apple is making significant moves in the smartphone market with its first foldable iPhone and the upcoming iPhone 17 lineup. According to Apple expert Mark Gurman, the foldable iPhone is expected to launch next year, taking inspiration from Samsung's Galaxy Z Fold. This means it could have a design that unfolds from a standard smartphone into a compact tablet. Gurman believes Apple can no longer ignore the growing demand for foldable devices and sees this as a logical step forward. The foldable iPhone is expected to feature many of the same technologies as the iPhone 17 Air and will likely carry a premium price tag of around $2,000. While it may not see massive sales initially, its exclusivity and Apple's brand loyalty could make it a success. In terms of the traditional iPhone lineup, the standard iPhone 17 is not expected to introduce groundbreaking features. Apple has been known to save its most significant innovations for the Pro models, and Gurman does not see this changing. However, the standard model will still receive some modest but welcome upgrades. The rear camera system will likely see improvements, and for the first time, it is expected to feature a ProMotion display. This will allow for smoother scrolling and animations, something that has been exclusive to the Pro models until now. Inside, it is expected to be powered by Apple's next generation N19 chip, which will offer a boost in speed and efficiency. The iPhone 17 Pro models will be where Apple introduces its most advanced upgrades. Gurman claims that all three rear cameras in the Pro lineup will feature 48 megapixel sensors, a major leap in image quality. This will likely make a significant difference in photo and video capabilities, positioning the Pro models as some of the best smartphones for photography and content creation. Apple has consistently focused on camera advancements in recent years, and this trend seems to be continuing with the iPhone 17 Pro lineup. One of the most intriguing additions to the lineup is the rumored iPhone 17 Air. Gurman suggests that consumers looking for a phone in the $800 range may find it worthwhile to stretch their budget slightly for this new model. He believes the specification differences between the standard iPhone 17 and the iPhone 17 Air won't be too significant, but users would get a thinner, lighter phone with more screen space. If this model delivers on expectations, it could be a strong competitor for those who prioritize sleek design and portability. Between the new foldable device, camera upgrades, and the introduction of the Air model, Apple's upcoming lineup seems to offer something for everyone. While the foldable iPhone will cater to tech enthusiasts willing to invest in cutting-edge technology, the standard iPhone 17 will continue to serve as a solid option for those who want a more traditional experience. The Pro models will appeal to users who want the latest and greatest camera technology, while the Air could find its place among those who value a slim and lightweight design. There is also speculation about a major iOS 19 redesign, which could bring significant changes to Apple's software experience. However, there are concerns that Apple's AI and software advancements might not keep up with the impressive hardware changes. If Apple can align both, this could be one of its most exciting product cycles in years.